Welcome back. My name is still Tom Stein Jr., and this is Notes to the Field, episode number 12. Kind of an exciting episode. Today we're going to talk a little bit deeper about the sales process and what you can do up front to mitigate those four big fears that pop up. This is not my theory, this is psychology, and these pop up in everything new. Whenever you as a human are informed about it, you get a little nervous right off the bat, all right? And that nervous feeling that you're getting is caused by four fears. So we're going to apply those four fears and the reading of it to your sales process and how you can help your clients get rid of those fears so they can think more deeply and more rationally about not just the level funded health plans that you're presenting, but anything else that's a little bit more complicated that you think that they get value out of. All right, so off the top, we're going to cover the four fears. Number one is fear of the unknown. Specifically, if you use terms that are unfamiliar with the client. Now, you have to be careful on how much you abbreviate or how colloquial you become, because you want to make sure that you're truly showing them what actually is going on. But there are a lot of things that people have done and are doing that help you explain to the client what it is that you're presenting them in a way that they understand, but also doesn't trigger those warning bells like, oh my goodness, it's something new, I'm afraid of the unknown. All right. So an example would be to kind of mitigate when you go in and you say, hey, I'd like to present for your small group. We have a self-funded with stop loss with monthly aggregate accommodation that we'd like to put your health plan on. What? Just say level funded. It means the same thing, but it's much more concise and it doesn't induce the same amount of fear. If they ask, what is level funded? Well, you say, you know how fully insured is under state law and ACA, or the Affordable Care Act? Well, in general, level funded operates under ERISA. Now, there's parts of it that are still under the ACA, but that's really your shift, right? Now you can apply it to something that they already understand, and they're going to have a much easier time feeling comfortable with the product. And that's how you can kind of answer some of those unknown things. Another thing that you can answer is, okay, it's something new. How long is this going to take? It's another unknown fear. And again, on level funded, and if you're watching this, paying attention to this, you already know this, it takes a bit longer than fully insured. So you set the table up front. Well, depending on how quickly you can get everything from your employees, we can get it done in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's about what you're looking at for time frame, right? And again, that answers that unknown question. A, what is it? And B, how long is this going to take? Now, if you continue down to the next fear, which is the fear of the known, you can then address it in that way. Well, they know what they already have. They know they have a fully insured health plan with and I'm picking examples here, with a $3,000 deductible. And they know that their HR person wants to keep it there because it's comfortable. It's easy. It's like an old shoe, right? You just put it right back on. And so what you want to do, in my opinion, is you want to address that known fear by saying what we're going to do is we're going to have it from the employee's standpoint look and feel more or less the same. Let's keep the deductibles about where they are. Let's keep the coinsurance about where they are, at least off the bat. And in doing that, what you do is you remove some of the fear of the known, right? Or the fear of the change, okay? Now, again, in your sales process, you probably want to have a point where you say, all right, this makes sense to go forward. And that is the goal. As an example, you'll sit down with your client and you'll say, okay, our goal is to save your health plan or reduce the cash flow by $15,000 over your fully insured for this year. All right, we're going to go through all of this, and if it's $15,000 or 5%, we're going to go ahead and flip it over to a level funded health plan, right? And when you do that in year one, if that's your goal, then you're not putting $15,000 back into the guy's cash flow. You're putting enough money back there for him to buy a new fork truck, or for him to take out his profit for the company to buy his daughter a new car, right? That's what you're really putting back into the pocket, is you're reducing the amount of cash that's going out. And that's the goal to do it, is to say it's 15 grand or 5% or whatever number feels comfortable for that client, right? And these are going to vary by your client, your presentation, and where you think they're going to need value. And then continuing is how you're going to continue to repeat that, right? You have the why, which is one of those fears, is fear of the unknown, fear of the why. Why are we doing this? And then you have the process, right? Well, how are we going to continue to do this? If we're going to do this and build a new old shoe, if you catch the analogy from earlier, that they can put on year after year after year, how are we going to stay with a level funded health plan? Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to seek to consistently have ourselves be 5%, 8%, $5,000, $30,000 below a fully insured health plan. And what that does is it gives them not the why, but also the how. How they're going to end the plan, how they're going to stay on the plan, how they're going to continue. One of the great things about going level funded is that if you're able to place the case, and it's more difficult and it takes more time up front, then you're able to really control some of those costs long term because of the refunds, right? Now, as the broker, you can get more deep into it. You can advocate for the use of telemedicine. You can do a bunch of other things if you'd like. But just going through those 4 fears, you're going to be able to serve your clients, the people that you care about, and give them a deeper value, a better cash flow position, a better plan, a better deductible, whatever it is you think that they need. And if you assuage or advocate before, you're going to have your client be able to sit down there and be very rational and reasonable in selecting the best plan that you see for them. And if you can get them to do that, then you're going to be able to help them in ways that they wouldn't say yes to in the past. And you'll have a better book, a happier client base, and your cost structure will be better as well. My name's Tom Stein Jr. I hope that makes sense. It's simple to me, and if you want to use it in your practice, please go ahead. Reach out to us if you need a hand or want us to do an RFP. Patty's email will be around here somewhere. We're happy to help, and have fun out there and be good. We'll talk to you.